everyone, Aiden here at Reptiles. Have you guys ever wondered how to get a job with exotic animals? This is my story on how I did just that. I hope this somehow helps you find your dream job. High school, I got into animals. I decided to get a blue-tongued skink, and I got Maverick, my blue-tongue. I love him very much. I rescued my corn snakes. I rescued hamsters, mice, rats, crested geckos, a lot more, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I was like, yes, I'm doing that. I was very dedicated to finding a job with animals, and I tried to do whatever I could in my power to try and find that job. I even went to multiple different pet stores and asked to volunteer, which I wasn't allowed because I was under 18. It's really hard to find somewhere that will let you work with exotic animals, being a minor.
You know, when I started looking for an employee for Reach Out Reptiles, somebody to help me out all the time, I remember back to my first job, I had to actually lie about my age on an application with Petco. Sorry, Petco. I said that I was older than I was, and I started working there when I was 15. So I wanted to give somebody like Aiden a chance that was interested in pursuing reptiles as a career and kind of really taking the opportunity to show him what's really available to him out there. So it was pretty important to me as an employer.
And if you're a minor watching this, one of the big things you're gonna have to realize is that you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of your own time and put a lot of dedication into getting your dream job. You're competing against adults who already have more experience than you, they're able to drive, they don't have to consult their parents for every little decision that you want to make.
A good employer is not going to be worried about investing in you and your career and in your job, but they want to see that you're willing to invest yourself into that job. And I think why most employers are afraid of hiring a young person for their first job is that they're untested. So you're going to have to get in there and really prove yourself.
So once I decided that I got to get a job, I wanted to be with animals, I put an ad on Craigslist. It was a very long ad, kind of describing who I was as a person and what I was interested in working with and what animals I already had some experience with through rescuing them and keeping them as pets. For this ad, I had a resume written that one of my teachers helped me with. I put the places I volunteered at. I put my own personal skills that I've had, like I know how to use Premiere and Photoshop. I put that in the ad too. And I put my goals for what I wanted to achieve in the future in the ad too. So since I didn't have too much experience, I put a lot about my passion for exotic animals and reptiles into the ad. I didn't have anyone contact me at all for months until Garrett contacted me, and here I am now.
So you want to hear a crazy story from my perspective? True story. I sat down one day at work and I opened up Craigslist, and right at the top it says animal caretaker job wanted or something like that. And I had already talked to a few adults about the position, and I just wasn't feeling it for one reason or another. All of their questions were about what can I do for them? What can I do for them in this job? So up pulls Aiden's ad, and it's this like ridiculously long detailed thing about his life story with animals, and just his desire to work with the things was very evident. And he put this phrase in there, I think, about I might even work for free or something like that. I think his heart and attitude was in the right place, and so I called him and set up a meeting.
Don't expect them to owe you anything, and do expect some rejection along the way. Like, I tried volunteering at a pet store, and they told me no, I can't, I have to be 18. I turned 18 in November. Garrett actually has a really stupid rule about me going to Tinley Park. I can't go because I'm 17 and not 18. So I wish I could age a little bit faster and turn 18 before Tinley, because I want to go really bad. And Garrett keeps asking me if I figured out how to turn 18 before October. I don't know how. Sometimes he's such a jerk.
Now, don't get me wrong, obviously you want to look for the best job that you can that is a great fit for you and your needs. But the point is, go to the job interview figuring out if you are able to really lend some value to the new place of work, and your potential employer will be considering that when they figure out whether or not they want to hire you. The rest of the training and investment of them to you is going to come once you're there at your job. But what they're looking for, what I was looking for when I was interviewing Aiden, for example, is what he could do for me versus any other applicants that I had. So that's where you really want to shine.
With being younger, there's a lot of learning that you're going to have to do. Like for me, for example, I didn't know how to mop floor. I didn't know how to do real simple things. And I'm also learning how to handle the snakes, how to avoid getting bit. I used to get bit a lot more at the beginning, and now I'm doing pretty good at handling the snakes. Most of the snakes are really sweet, but when you first open that tub, they're really excited to eat, so they fly right out at you and try and bite you, thinking that you're food. Apparently I look like a rat pup to these snakes. It's amazing how smart they are until they're excited for food. Then they'll bite you, their tub, themselves. They're biting everything just to try and find food. I guess they take after Garrett. It took me a little while to figure out how to navigate around those super dwarf retics.
Okay, obviously whatever job you're new at, there's going to be a learning curve in the beginning, and that's okay as long as you're teachable. You would rather have an employee criticize or correct you along the way so that you can actually grow and add to your skill set than you would have them just bottle up your transgressions against them to the point where they want to fire you, right?
Another challenge for me specifically is transportation. I have to take a bus everywhere I go. It's a long bus ride, it's about 45 minutes, and it's a long walk to the bus stop too. The walk to the bus stop is about 25 minutes. I take a lot of my own time out of my day to get to work and get home from work, so that takes a lot of dedication.
Hashtag adulting. Is that how you do it?
I don't know.
Hashtag adulting. Okay? Be self-sufficient. I mean, the idea for an employer, like if I'm going to hire someone, it's because I need them to take care of, let's say, the animals. It's not because I want to take care of them. So as an employee, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Clean up after yourself, be on time. A good employee will come in here and take care of everything that I have hired them to take care of. A great employee will take care of everything that I've hired them to take care of and help take care of me. Anything that you can take off my desk to make my life easier as an employee makes you more valuable.
One of the things you have to do is start networking with people and kind of putting your name out there. Follow me on Instagram. Rats are actually my favorite animal. In fact, that's my Instagram handle, the Rat God.
Don't have any hang-ups about telling your employer or the person that you're interviewing with, if you can get in that interview, just how much you want the job. Be honest about that. There isn't anything wrong with saying, listen, I am so excited to work for you for this reason, and this reason. I know that these are the things you need, and this is what it is about me that can help you out with that.
A thing that you can do to get noticed or put yourself out there and make you different from everyone else is to help them out. Share the person on social media. Everyone has social media accounts, and that's how a lot of businesses put themselves out there so they get noticed. So if you're sharing their post on social media, that'll bring more of a following to them. Call them, text them, send them a direct message asking if you could help them with what they need help with. That's going to set you apart from everyone else who's calling and direct messaging them, asking them for their help.
So even though putting out your application to the universe worked for Aiden, it took a long time, and if this very specific need hadn't have matched up, I don't know that that would have worked. Here's a piece of advice that I think is really powerful for you if you're looking for a job. Almost every single job I've ever had, by the time I decided to start working there, I was already critical to operations there. Do you know how I got my job at Prehistoric Pets? I was actually on disability with a broken back and I couldn't work for 9 months. So during those 9 months, I hung out there at the shop and I used to help them. Eventually, all the employees knew me, the employer knew me, and even though they were in a time of financial straits at the time that I started working there, they knew that I would be able to help them because they already had seen how well I fit with their whole team there. So volunteering before you get the job is a great way to do it if you can't get your foot in the door elsewhere.
My top 3 favorite things: working with Garrett at Reach Out Reptiles, working with animals, of course. Just getting to spend all day long hanging out with the snakes is amazing. I love it. I look forward to working with Garrett just so I could come and see the snakes. I'm really building like a relationship with them too. I'm ecstatic that I get to get paid working with reptiles. I like working with Garrett individually. He is a good role model for me. I look up to him a lot. He's a great person to look up to.
You're such a brown noser.
He's shaping me into a better person, I think. Yeah.
Jury's still out. We'll find out about that later.
Another thing that I like is that Garrett's on YouTube. The main thing that got me into reptiles was YouTube. Interestingly, I heard about Garrett from Tyler Ruggie when he got his first Dwarf Retic. The video's right here. I still have this other job. It's a film job where we're a group of teens and we're basically running our own production company and making our own films. So I have that job too, and I already have some film experience, and then I come here and I make videos. So animals and videos, it can't get any better. By the way, could you guys give us a thumbs up and leave a comment down below? It'll make me feel a lot better about myself. I love going home and seeing everyone's reactions to the stuff that I put out.
Hopefully this stuff is helping you out. I know it can be intimidating, and let's be honest, it would be super hard to find the perfect job like Aiden did working for a company as great as Reach Out Reptiles.
There are a few things about this job that I don't necessarily like. It takes too long to get here sometimes, and I don't like being on buses for a very long time. Doing dishes, cleaning water bowls, that's annoying sometimes. Well, I don't like that I'm not 18 yet, and I'm gonna have to miss out on Tinley. That's not cool. I wanted to go. I can't wait till I am 18 and I can travel to all the expos and get to meet more of you guys. You gotta come to Pittsburgh if you want to see me at any of these expos. I volunteer for all of them. I don't get paid. I have to wake up real early to go. Garrett will come by our house at 5 o'clock in the morning and come pick us up. I even bring my girlfriend along with me. She volunteers too. Afterwards, we get food though, so that's worth it. We get taken out to eat. I like being in an atmosphere around a whole bunch of people who have the same interests as me. Reptiles and animals, and plus there's so many cool animals there. And honestly, as a young person for your first job, that's probably the attitude you should have. You should be okay with volunteering and helping out with the fun stuff, and realize that people are going to pay you for stuff that they don't want to do, like picking up snake poop.
Honestly, if you want to stand out in this day and age, just don't be afraid of hard work. Hard work gets you the life that you want. Work hard so you can play hard. And I think a lot of people will respect that. Your job should be a part of the balance that is your life. It should bring you challenges, also bring you satisfaction and fulfillment as well. All aspects of your life really do need to tie together. If you're living just a totally unbalanced life at home, you're gonna have a hard time finding work no matter what. And some people make a career out of that. Work can be hard at times, but if you're going to do something, you should do it 110%. If you play sports and you gotta take a lap, be at the front of the pack. That's gonna set you apart. When you go to work, be the hardest working one there. Then when you get home, you'll be able to actually relax and satisfy knowing that you put in your best effort.
It also helps to have someone at home supporting you. I have my girlfriend Persephone who helps me with all the animals. People who like exotic animals and reptiles are usually like the weirdos, but if you don't have support, get in there and do as much as you can, show that you're passionate about it, and people will start supporting you along the way, like my family did. There's other forms of support too. I come to work and Garrett supports me, of course. The animals provide emotional support, and you guys on YouTube have been supportive of me too. You guys have welcomed me into the Reach Out Reptile family, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of this video. So many people have helped me along the way, and I would be totally willing to help you guys. So if you want to reach out to me and ask me any questions, you can just DM me on Instagram and reach out to me there. Catch you guys next time. I hope that helped, and you guys have a great week.